credit where credit's due. Arizona played a heck of a game. Against a really good defensive team. They scored 50% from everywhere, and then got 84% from the free throw line. So they were not missing very many baskets. We got them taking about the amount of shots that we wanted them to take, but they just weren't missing very many. And they played a heck of a game.
Any secret, maybe, watching it, to why they were able to kind of solve your defense more than some teams?
I'm just playing back a few of their scoring opportunities in my head. But I think in the first half, they were hitting some exceptional shots at the end of the clock, contested. Non-traditional shooters are making threes at the end of the clock that you go, all right, it's their day, or it's their half. Then their top players who were sitting out came in and really made a difference in the second half. And Ife is extremely gifted, hard when you have a player who's now shooting almost 50% from three, when she wasn't doing that when we played her the first time around. Now it's tough to guard her. So now you got to not only contest that, but you got to worry about her explosiveness going to the hole. So it's a tough assignment.
It seemed like you played as much or more so than you've played in a long time, obviously, because of her. Was that part of the strategy?
It wasn't just her. Their posts were doing a good job driving to the basket. We were just trying to clog it up a little bit more. They still found a way to get around us, though. Again, it was their night.
Chrissy, can you talk a little bit just about what they were doing to you in the first half and getting that first open look and
they were just being physical, chasing me off screens, and kind of trying to get in my head a little bit when I'm on the baseline, talking to me or face guarding me or whatever, but it's not really anything new, and I think that at that point we kind of just realized that we were going to have to get the ball inside before I was going to get anything easy, and I wasn't able to knock down the first few open shots, but our posts were, so we just went inside to them.
You guys, when Sarah made 2 drives to get inside and score, I think there was about 6 or so minutes left. What was kind of said, I guess, to the team to really kind of emphasize to capitalize on that kind of moment, that swing in the second half?
I think the few things that were emphasized, you guys correct me if I'm wrong, but it's hard for me to remember all the timeouts. But towards the end of the game, I just remember saying we needed stops on this end and rebounds, and we've got to be attacking on this end. I mean, that was really the message. It wasn't anything rocket science. It was, we're running a high screen on ball, we're looking to turn the corner. That's where we were having success, so we wanted to keep going to it.
Do you feel at all that that was like that senior thing, last game, let me try more and push, to
give her more? No, we weren't.
Her, just to kind of, just to push to get that win kind of thing.
Well, we definitely, we wanted the win for the team, period.
Mm-hmm.
But, especially on senior day, it just adds a little bit more inspiration to do so. But we wanted the win regardless of senior night or any night. We want the win.
I mean, this time last week, everybody was so positive coming out of the Stanford game and coming out of that Bay Area trip. I mean, how much has your season changed over the last 2 games?
We sound negative?
You don't sound negative.
Let me back up. Can I hit delete? Can we delete all this?
That's not mine, so.
Okay, because I thought I was pretty positive about Arizona. I'm just kidding. No, I think we've still got a lot to hang our hat on. I don't think the season's over by any stretch of the imagination. We know there's a Pac-10 tournament coming, and we're still getting ready to prepare to win the Pac-10 tournament.
This is your 4th year here, and I think this guarantees that you'll be under 500 again in the Pac-10. I mean, does it feel like there are steps? I mean, does it feel like this program has been making steps while you've been here?
Without a doubt. Without a doubt. We have been progressing. Our players are getting better individually, collectively. They have true ownership of the team, and coaches present or not, they know the system. They understand what to do. They know the demands. They set the bar, not the coaches. Now, the first few years, we're setting the bar. Now the players set it. They come in, their work ethic and their verbiage out there to especially the young ones is, this is what our standard is, and this is how we play, and this is how we practice. And, I think for the most part, that bar has been set, especially this year, by the players.
Virginia, you were nodding your head during that. What do you agree with in that?
I agree that the players set the bar. I feel like a lot of us upperclassmen help the freshmen. I know I'm constantly talking to Margie. I feel like I've gotten better physically, getting into shape. I know I still have a long way to go, but I feel like I've gotten better in this program. So.
Any other questions?
Sammy, as far as not being able to get that winning record in the Pac-10, though.
I mean, we feel like regardless of how our record shows that we know the true character of this team, and we know how hard we work day in and day out, and this is my first year where there's just a bond. Like it feels right, and it feels like every time we go out we're gonna win, and it's special. And coming in here and losing and having to explain why we lost is no fun, but we're not gonna give up, and we fight hard for each other, and we're pretty strong together. And I mean, yeah, it sucks to get a loss, but we got to move on, and I think that we still have great things ahead of us.
Christy, this is 2 games that you got off to kind of slow start shooting. I think there was one time a couple weeks ago where you were talking to me about maybe getting kind of tired. I mean, is the season catching up with you a little bit? Or?
I mean, the season's catching up with me, but it's catching up with everyone, and my legs don't have the same lift they had in November, but I don't think that anyone's really do, and I've just tried to, take advantage of ice bathing and, getting limited reps in practice, and just the whole season just kind of wears on you by this point, and that goes for every player in the Pac-10 at this level. And so yeah, I mean, I just got to be more conscious of getting my legs under me, and my shots aren't falling, I've got to get it inside.
And Tia, it's probably an emotional game, senior day, senior night, every year. I mean, is this typical of that, or was today any different with just the one senior year?
Were there a lot of emotions, you guys? I think, I mean, it's always hard to say goodbye in front of your home crowd, and I definitely think there's a lot of emotion that generally comes with that. As soon as she came out and got the new video up on the board, and the fans got her name, I'd say tattooed, but whatever written on her chest, and it's just, there's a little bit more just inspiration in the building. So I think that adds maybe a little bit more emotion to it. I did see some tears, and I think it comes with the territory.
Did you talk to the players at all before the game about how to harness that emotion in a positive way? Or?
I didn't really harp on it too long. Yes, we want to get a win, but we want to do it for the team, and we want to definitely send Morty out with a bang and in front of our home crowd. But we were talking more game plan and show what we're made of kind of thing, and just making that the focus. It's part of the focus, but it's not the premise.
All right, we'll take one more.
How's it been coaching Morty these few years?
An absolute joy. An absolute joy. She has, I just remember watching her, I know I've said this to you guys before, but just watching her grow from a young lady to now a young adult and young woman, and both on and off the floor. So it's been a special relationship that's been built, and it's gonna be hard, when that final day does come. But right now we still got her, so don't try to get us up in here crying, okay? Great.
All right, thanks everybody.